Generally, you can find so many different aspects of Avalokiteshvara. So generally, there are infinite manifestations of Avalokiteshvara, such as the Avalokiteshvara and then this line rolling Avalokiteshvara. Likewise, there are this blue neck Avalokiteshvara and so on. Like there's actually infinite, and some are in the form of a Dharma protectors. You also have the manifestation of Avalokiteshvara, who is said to be the wealth god, Ganapati. So likewise, there are infinite, manifestations or an infinite form of Avalokiteshvaras, but we do not need to go all of them here. So among all these different manifestations, here now we are explaining the 1,000-armed and 1,000-eye.
자동 되려야한테 주제 송진 캠보 로고 도시신 뭐 자동 전도 요래 지다 양기 뱀을 로고 자동 전도 니들이 딱 all 제라스 지고들 얘네 대한 넘버들이요 말았어.
And then within the 1,000-armed Chenrezig there are two traditions, two lineages. One 1,000-armed Chenrezig derived, or the lineage from the King Gambo, the religious King Gambo, and one is from the Gelongma Palmo. So these two, in the essence, are same, but in the outshow, the external aspect is slightly different.
나 개벌로 다 제가 시스템을 다 그게 주제 송진 로고 된 자동 전도들 개벌로 제가.
So the tradition derived from Gambo is known as the King's tradition.
And
that tradition you mainly find in the Nyungnay tradition. In the Nyungnay tradition, the Nyungnay practice is carried on mainly accordance with the King's tradition. So in that tradition, among the 11 phases, there's only 4 peaceful phases. The rest of the phases are wrathful phases.
But
then in this tradition, the Palmo's tradition, then we have only one wrathful phase.
So in our
tradition, the most well-known Nyungnay practice is carried on accordance with the Palmo's tradition, Gelongma Palmo's tradition. There are also, you can also find Nyungnay practice according to the different traditions like Lama Konchog, which means the tradition known as liberating entire sentient beings, and then Namge is king of the sky, from that tradition. Then it's called like the natural eliminations of the suffering, also that tradition. So there are many different traditions of Nyungnays.
So among
all this, then we follow this tradition of Gelongma Palmo. So even though follow this tradition and practice this tradition, then when you actually attain enlightenment, then you have to attain enlightenment according to the highest yoga tantra. But then usually, you can find the explanations that Gelongma Palmo achieved enlightenment according to the practice of Nyungnay.
와서 봐야겠다. 특별한 마담한테 당복 보란 배는 유년당 거지. 우리한 뉴신나 제네시오스.
So initially, the reason why Gelongma Palmo had to carry on this intensive practice of Nyungnay is because he got this leprosy. He was caught. She was caught by leprosy disease.
지만 유년관에 배 나서도 봐 타가래. 네. So,
having done the intensive Nyungnay, she got cured all the leprosy disease, and even showed aspect of aspect of attaining enlightenment on the full moon day of the 4th month. Later on, there's a lot of conflict arise. They're saying that Gelongma Palmo is not the Bhikshuni, and all this kind of problems occurred. Since the main, the actual attainment of enlightenment of Gelongma Palmo is, she attained enlightenment in the aspect of Hamu Uchema, which you can find within the Rinjung Gyatses. Because the reason is everyone is kind of criticizing that she not being the fully ordered Bhikshu. And then she shows some of the different manifestations, like in some cases she just chopped up her head and holding in her right hand, and levitating in a space or flying in the space. So Palmo Uchema means the dakini who cut off her head. Uchema. So you can find the dakini who has chopped her head and holding her head in the hand. So it's like, so it says that this tradition in accordance with the Gelongma Palmo, the external practice is the action tantra, but the inner intention is the highest yoga tantra. It is said, you can find the explanation in the praise of Gelongma Palmo, that external aspect or external outshow is in the form of Bhikshuni and holding the lotus flower and so on. Because internally she is a great yogini of the Avalokiteshvara. And then in the secret practice of her is the Vaja Yogini. So in the So in the praise through the Gelongma Palmo, you can find that our external aspect is in the form of fully ordained Bhikshuni, and the inner practice is the yoga of Avalokiteshvara, and in the secret practice, she is relating with the Vaja Yogini. So in reality, she is a great practitioner of the Has Yoga Tantra.
But I
was informed that she was born in somewhere in Nepal, but his lessons he haven't been the place where she was born and all this. He doesn't have a clear idea about where she was actually born.
인자 다 조조 언니네 가봐 뉴네라 때는 다와시바 잡아 정하라 야는 다 산게보다 아무튼 맞았어.
But then, in short, through depending on the practice of Nyungnay, then she achieved the enlightenment. She showed the aspect of attaining enlightenment on the full moon of the 4th month.
다 그런 마음은 고상 제스나 주바다 간통다다 배 팀범배 성질 가능한 배 주도 쇼로 봐서 이내 저와지만도 직 주바 직능 배 세라 당고셔도 세라 캠버 당고들었어.
So actually, since she was already enlightened, and then she had the ability or the power to emanate or manifest infinite bodies equal to the sentient beings. But anyhow, the one of the most well-known incarnation or the manifestation, after that life, is the first abbot of the Sara monastery.
모두 그런 마음에는 그런 거 투된 것 때문에 바와 도시심 놓고 되는지 고지 배제 보고 먹게 하지 말아 되게 맛이 미니 열어서 직다 아니 그런 거도 안돼 막 별로 많이 이게 세라들 리볼이야 막 마음에 막 가지고 와도 배래 그런 마음에는 잠시만 보지 줬다 세라보다 요리.
So it is said that in above the Sara, where the Sara monastery is, there you can see many footprints of Gelongma Palmo. So also on the one rocky mountain there are many footprints of the yogini. And then down and underneath that rock, she hid the Avalokiteshvara statue or Chenrezig statue, which is said to be her main meditational lady or something like that. She hidden in the cave somewhere there. Since that time, maybe she had the intention, maybe in the next rebirth or when the next emanation, when she comes in the form of the Sara abbot, maybe she had to wish to bring that out, bring that image out, statue out. So the first. The name of the first Sara abbot, the manifestation of that Bhikshuni was the Guru Jalsan Sangpo. Above the Sara monastery, there's a family in the name of Ramatse family. Because Ramat means that the family used to have a lot of goats, which is right. So every day, when the family milked the goats, one goat is always disappearing. Every day one goat is always disappearing. So then the person who is looking after the goats, looked almost every day looking up. One day, he found the goat in the cave where the goat is offering the milk to the Avalokiteshvara in the cave. And then that statue actually spoke to that shepherd, that person, saying that in the Sara monastery, this person known as King Indrabodhi, and you tell him to bring me down. Statue spoke like that. So then there's this abbot, the Puja, and someone actually invited the statue, to the temple, but now the statue has disappeared. Can't see anymore. Usually, they do like if a person dies, they go to make lamb offering in the golden butter lamb there. And then also if you want to and then if you want to make 100,000 prostration, they do in front of that image. They are considered to be quite holy.
가서 다 되는 말은 라기 나 Gelongma Palmo 마송아지 되는 가서 다 라기 말은 마시는 마주요스.
So then, since the tradition originated, or the lineage originated from Gelongma Palmo, and then the lineage passed through, there are so many lineage lamas who hold these traditions.
마담은 그런 거 같은 지금 무슨 더 시에스 대배다데 담가 요스나 와서는 인자 보고 지라스 다디 능력이 좋은 지라스 그런 셈이었어.
So since Gelongma Palmo have the direct vision of Avalokiteshvara, then because of that, she received entire instruction of this Nyungnay practice directly from Avalokiteshvara.
그때는 그런 거 맞는 로벤 센터고 말해서 되는 만나도
And then she passed this lineage, through the master known as the Chanrezig. And it is also said that the Chanrezig is also manifestation of the one of the manifestation of Avalokiteshvara as well. Then passed to the Geshe Sangha, and then the Penyawa from Nepal. And then there's Bodhisattva Dawa Jansen, called the Lama. So this Bodhisattva, Dawa Jansen is the practitioner who did infinite, a lot of newness in the upper Tibet known as Kerong. In Kerong, there's one Avalokiteshvara statue, so he did a lot of newness. So that statue is now in Dharamsala with His Holiness. For these images of his children. One is said to be that one from Kerong, and one is said to be on top of the Potala Palace, and then so likewise there are the four famous images of the Chowo. So all of them came into being during the religious king known as the Thousand-Armed during the Thousand-Armed period.
최저 송제고 투관에 왜서 트레드 인데 별이고 때 자가도 산담이야. 신나 신선되고 동거스라 왜서 트레드. 그날에 조치시 투어です.
So it is said that although the many images already made, but then again this king Thousand-Armed considering very intensely for the sake of other sentient beings as to how to accumulate merit and so forth, what is most beneficial, then he emanated light through from his forehead, and then went directly to nearby the border of somewhere in India, and then that light radiated on between the border of India and Nepal. There's one sandalwood tree, so the light was radiated right on top of that, and then from there this Chowo, the image known as the Chowo, this image known as the Shishi, this Buddha Shishi. So that was invited from there. So this the Bodhisattva Dawa Jaljan did a lot of newness in the Kerong monastery, in front of these holy images, and then also composed one of the Nyungnay practices. And then it is said that at that time, in that Kerong province, there's one woman who always poison others, and have killed nine people already through poisoning.
The Mokawa Mijima Monuna Danjo, the Kiran Tishalaya, Kaune, Chazandajan, the Nuna Kawa Sajatu. Kawa Saja, the Saja, Satuya, what Saja, the mean what was in a Tazamaja, no good sever, the Nuna, the Papillon, Dania, Kawa Saja, the Otana, what was in a Jamina, Saja, Dana, Yena, Chungan, the Banishing was the Baja,
So it is said that then this Tawa girls, urge her to follow the Nyungnay practice as a purification for killing such a number of people. So this asks her to do the 8 complete white Nyungnays, what's known as the 8 Kalbuchaja, means 8 complete white Nyungnays. So she did 7 purely, and then the 8th wasn't done properly. So if she had done all 8 properly, then without doubt she'll be led to the Pure Land, in spite of killing all these people and having committed such a heavy negative karma. But still, she was led to the one of the other lands, other joyous lands. Likewise, there are so many other benefits you can explain of the Nyungnay. So we don't need to go through all the benefits here, just reflecting upon that benefits, the woman in Kerung who killed 9 person by poisoning, and just by doing 7 and more or less 7 the 8, if she does the 8 complete Nyungnays, she was led to the Pure Land, but just doing 7 and the 8th one is not incomplete. Even that stopped her to take rebirth in the lower realms and led to the one of the higher realms. So just reflecting upon this benefit is also good enough. But in our case, we just do once or twice, 1 or 2 Nyungnay, and we express a lot of sufferings that we undergo at that time. That is not actually a suffering that we actually facing or experiencing. So there's one Mahasiddha known as the Tupchen Nyepuwa, Mahasiddha Nyepuwa. He did 6 months Nyungnay, relying on the food of only maybe about 9 kilos of flowers, which is mana, which is like if 1 kilo holds 2 manas. So they said 18 manas of the flour, roasted flour. Depending on only that much food, he did 6 months Nyungnay practice. Like for us, that amount of food maybe we can finish in 5 or 6 days. So like this practitioner relied on that food for 6 months and did Nyungnay practice. So it's therefore, he did the Nyungnay practice in the cave nearby the mountain known as the Dargut. So, he was doing the Nyungnay there, and then the holy god of that province, that mountain known as the Dargut. So then, he assisted the Nyungnay practitioner to help. He take commitment to whoever does Nyungnay practice to help. So now, since then, the tradition to make Toma offering to that Dargut Zen, after this, sixth Mahakala came into being.
그 가보셔야다만 차직단에 라바 니만년래야 아니지 차단직 무시다 모르님도 배 뉴네 생각에 무시는 모르님도 그랬어.
So if one is unable to complete even the 8 white sets of the Nyungnay, but just to do one set, is also very good. Like, because when you do the Nyungnay practice, it includes the preliminary practice as well as the actual practice.
이런 현대의 원도서 로스틱당이야 무시 로스틱당으로 뉴네한테 운동 무시님도 참여했어.
Because for example, like the practice with relation to the other meditational deities, you have to do like separate preliminary practice and actual practice, followed by actual practice. But during the Nyungnay practice, you do both in combination together.
언제 시다가 배냐면 뭐 마시네 뉴네 돈도야래 그러다 갈라가고 매라배 이만 뭐지가 당도 그러는데.
So even if one is unable to do all these other meditational deity practices, which are more complicated, just do Nyungnay, very simple, and that practice can be carried on with many number of people as well.
Because
it is the method or the technique. In very short period, like period of 2 days, you can purify enormous negativities or negative karmas. And then because one is putting a lot of hardships through body, spirit and mind, one also feels that one did something. On the other hand, because one is doing this, unequal deities practice, there's a lot of benefits one gain out of that. And then even if one is unable to do properly and purely, after completing the practice, one feels more relaxed and comfortable, isn't it? And if one is able to do purely and properly, would be much more comfortable and relaxed. So about the benefits of the Nyungnay, it also explained underneath the text, and also maybe you have heard many times, so I do not need to explain them here.